Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Caitlin. Today we have a 15-minute exo core chair workout for beginners. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate the support. It's a great no-cost way to show that you love Pilates. Let's get started. For traditional footwork, I have one spring on 3 and one spring on 2. You'll come seated at the front of your chair with your toes on the pedal, feet in a Pilates V. Inhale, press the pedal down. Exhale, let it rise. Inhale, press the pedal down. Exhale, let it rise. Inhale, press. Keep your torso still as the pedal rises. Inhale, press. Exhale, rise. Inhale, press. Exhale, rise. Inhale, press. Exhale, rise. Now we'll press the pedal down 3/4 of the way and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let the pedal rise. Now we'll put our arches on the pedal. Like a bird on a perch, your toes are curled over, your heels are curled under. Place your fingertips on the back corners of the chair. Inhale, press the pedal down. Exhale, let it rise. Your ankles and knees should be touching. Inhale, press the pedal down. Exhale, let it rise. Inhale, press. Exhale, lift. Inhale, press. Exhale, lift. Inhale, press. Pull the navel into the spine, lift. Inhale, press. Exhale, lift. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. Now we'll press the pedal down 3/4 of the way and pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let the pedal rise. Now we're going to put our heels on. Ankles and knees are still touching and your toes are flexed towards your nose. Your hands are in the same position. Fingers on the back corners of the chair. Inhale, press the pedal down. Exhale, let it rise. Inhale, press the pedal down. Exhale, let it rise. Keep the navel scooped into the spine. Inhale, press down. Exhale, let it rise. Inhale, press down. Keep the torso still as the pedal rises. Inhale, press. Exhale, lift. Inhale, press. Exhale, lift. Last one. Inhale, press. Exhale, lift. Now we'll press the pedal down 3/4 of the way and pulse. Oop, that was quick. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let the pedal rise. Put your heels on the pedal wide. Your toes are out at a 45-degree angle. Your knees are tracking over your feet. Reach your arms straight up towards the ceiling. Keep your shoulders out of your ears. Inhale, press the pedal down. Exhale, let it rise. Press the pedal down. Exhale, let it rise. This is 3. Exhale, let it rise. Keep the belly button into the spine. Exhale, let it rise. Knit your abs in. Great job. Exhale, let the pedal rise. Inhale, press down. Exhale, let the pedal rise. Inhale, press down. Exhale, let the pedal rise. Press down 3/4 of the way and pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let the pedal rise. Now we will do single leg work. I put one spring on 4. You're going to come standing on your mat facing the pedal. Your feet are in a Pilates V. Lift up your right foot and put the ball of your foot on the center of the pedal. Your hands are on your hips. Your hips are squared off to the seat of the chair. Inhale, press the right foot down. Exhale, let it rise. You can squeeze your left glute and quad for balance. Inhale, press the pedal down. Exhale, let it rise. Inhale, press it down. Exhale, let it rise. Knit the ribs in and pull the belly button into the spine. Inhale, press the pedal down. Exhale, let it rise. Inhale, press it down. Exhale, let it rise. Exhale, let the pedal rise. Inhale, down. Exhale, let the pedal rise. Now you're going to turn sideways, so your left hip or your right hip is towards the chair And you're going to lift the ball of your right foot up and put it on the front third of the pedal. Hands are still on your hips. Inhale, press the pedal down. Exhale, let it rise. It helps to find a focal point that's straight ahead or at the horizon. Inhale, press the pedal down. Exhale, let it rise. Great job. Inhale, press the pedal down. Exhale, let it rise. Inhale, press down. Exhale, let it rise. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. And rest. Now we'll do the opposite leg, the left leg. Feet in a Pilates V facing the chair. Bring the ball of your left foot up and put it in the center of the pedal. Square your hips off and find a focal point on the wall. Inhale, press the pedal down. Exhale, let it rise. Inhale, press down. Exhale, let it rise. Activate your right glute and right quad for some stability. Inhale, press down. Exhale, let it rise. Inhale, press down. Exhale the pedal up. Inhale, press the pedal down. Exhale the pedal up. A few more. Exhale the pedal up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Now we're going to turn sideways so our left hip is towards the chair. You're going to place the ball of your left foot on the front third of the pedal. Inhale, press down. Exhale up. Inhale, press down. Exhale up. Your hands are still on your hips. Exhale up. Inhale, press down. Exhale up. For an added challenge, you can have your arms at a T for these exercises. Inhale, press down. Exhale up. Knit the ribs in and pull the navel to the spine. Inhale, press down. Exhale up. And rest. Now we're going to do the Pilates ab series. I'm doing it on the mat. If you want to do it on the chair, you can. I just didn't have enough screen space on the video to do it on the chair. Come to an upper ab curl. Your right knee is in your chest. Your left leg is out long. Tug the right knee in. Inhale, inhale. Tug the left knee in. Exhale, exhale. Inhale, inhale. Exhale, exhale. You're in an upper ab curl. Exhale, exhale. Inhale, inhale. Exhale, exhale. Make sure your toes are pointed. Exhale, exhale. Inhale, inhale. Exhale, exhale. Pull the navel into the spine. Exhale, exhale. And rest your neck. Bend your knees into your chest. Next is double leg stretch. You'll put one hand on each ankle. Your feet are in a Pilates V and come to an upper ab curl. Inhale your arms and legs long. Exhale, grab onto your ankles. Inhale your arms and legs out. Bend your knees in, grab onto your ankles. Inhale, draw the knees in, exhale. Inhale, draw the knees in, exhale. Your arms shouldn't go back past your ears. Exhale, inhale the arms and legs out. Exhale, draw them in. A few more. Inhale the arms and legs out. Exhale, draw them in. Great job. Exhale, draw the legs in and rest your neck. Next, we will do single straight leg. You can come to an upper ab curl and grab on to your right leg behind your calf or your ankle. Your left leg comes out to your working level. Tug the right leg in. Inhale, inhale. Tug the left leg in. Exhale, exhale. Inhale, inhale. Exhale, exhale. Inhale, inhale. Exhale, exhale. Inhale, inhale. Exhale, exhale. Pull the navel into the spine. Exhale, exhale. Point your toes. Keep your legs as straight as you can. Exhale, exhale. Bend the knees in and rest your head on the mat. Next, you have double straight leg. Come to an upper ab curl. Interlace your fingers behind your head and put the weight of your head in your hands. Your legs are at 90, feet in a Pilates V. Inhale, lower the legs to your working level. Exhale to 90. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Scoop the transverse abdominis in. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Scoop the navel into the spine as you lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Bend the knees into the chest and rest. Beautiful. We'll finish with crisscross. Come to an upper ab curl. Your hands are still interlaced behind your head. Bend your right knee into your chest. Your left leg is at your working level. Twist the left armpit to the right knee. Switch the position of the legs. Twist the right armpit to the left knee. Inhale, switch. Exhale, switch. Inhale, switch. Exhale, switch. Keep the navel drawn in. Exhale, switch. Try to keep both shoulders off the mat. That will be an added challenge. Exhale, switch. Inhale, switch. Exhale, switch. Inhale, switch. Exhale, switch. Bend the knees into the chest and rest your head. Next, we'll stretch out your abs after the ab series with swan on the floor. I put 1 spring on 2. Though will be a greater stretch in the shoulders if you put 1 spring on 3. Lay on your stomach on your mat. You're going to be put your hands on the pedal so your arms are straight. Your forehead is on the mat to begin. Legs are long, feet in a Pilates V. Inhale, press the pedal down. Lift the chest and head. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press the pedal down. Lift the head and chest. You can do this with abdominal support. Exhale, lower. We'll do a few more. Inhale, press the pedal down. Keep your shoulders out of your ears. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press the pedal down. Exhale, lower the chest and head. Let the pedal rise completely. When you lower the chest and head, you'll get a stretch in your shoulders. Exhale, lower the chest and head, let the pedal rise, and that was the last one. Next, we'll do piking. I put 2 springs on 2. You can move 1 or both of the springs up to 2 springs on 3 if you need to make it easier. Come standing on your mat, feet are in a Pilates V. You're going to place 1 foot on the pedal. Your hands are on the back corners of the chair. Press the pedal down and then step up with your opposite foot. Your toes are on in the center. Your feet are in a Pilates V. Your shoulders are over your wrists. Exhale, pike up. Inhale, lower the pedal. Exhale, pike up. Scoop your abs in. Inhale, lower the pedal. Exhale, pike. Pretend there's a string attached to your tailbone and it's being lifted up towards the ceiling as you pike up and exhale. Inhale, lower. Exhale, pike. Inhale, lower. Exhale, pike. Inhale, lower. And rest. Now we'll do side piking. I put 2 springs on 3 for side piking. It's a little bit more challenging on your obliques. You're going to stand facing your chair. Hold on about halfway up the pedal seat. Take 1 ball of your foot, place it on the pedal. You're going to start with your left foot at the back of the pedal, your right foot in the front. Place your hands on the corners of the side of the pedal chair. Exhale, lift the pedal. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Your hips should be angled in towards the seat of the chair and your shoulders are over your wrists. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. And now you'll swivel your feet so the opposite foot is in the back and your other foot is now in the front. Place your hands on the corners of the side of the chair you're facing and angle your hips in towards the seat of the chair. Exhale, pike your hips up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Scoop the abs in when you lift. And exhale, inhale, lower. Exhale, pike up. Inhale, lower. And rest. Our last exercise will be a stretch. It's called Kneeling Mermaid. I have 1 spring on 3. You'll come kneeling on your mat facing sideways. Your left hand is on the palm of the pedal. Your right hand is overhead. Press the pedal down and reach the right arm overhead. Your hips are squared off to the wall that you are facing, and so are your shoulders. Inhale, lift the pedal. The right arm comes straight overhead. Inhale, press the pedal down. Reach the right arm overhead. Exhale, let the pedal rise to the start position. Inhale, press the pedal down. Now we'll do tricep presses with the arm that's on the pedal. 2, 3. Your elbow should bend straight back to your hip. 4. I think I did 6 reps. Sorry, I didn't completely sync up my narrating with the exercise. Now we'll switch sides. So you're going to have your right hand on the pedal. Your left hand is reaching straight up towards the ceiling. Inhale, press the pedal down. Reach your left arm overhead. Inhale, lift. Inhale, press the pedal down. Left arm goes overhead. Exhale, lift. You're going to slightly tuck your tailbone under and push your hips forward during this exercise. Now we'll do the tricep presses. You have the pedal pressed halfway down. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. When your arm is straight, you can slowly lift the pedal back up to the start position. And that's it. Thanks for joining me for this exo core chair workout. Have a great day.